episode 3 of the Hard Knocks off-season show. And they left a little bit of a cliffhanger, obviously, last time with Saquon Barkley talk, which we talked about before. We're getting a little tired of Saquon Barkley talk, to be honest.
Oh, we're going to have another few episodes of that.
Yeah, but here's what I'm hoping. I'm hoping this is the end. I really am hoping this is the end. Like, let's just end the Saquon saga on the show because we're all getting bored of it. Like, let's find out. And they kind of alluded to the fact they probably are going to with the part they had after the credits there, talking about the money part and all. So, I think they're going to probably end that. But I'm really hoping that's what's going to happen. I'm kind of curious to see. I feel like this episode tomorrow is going to shape the legacy of Saquon Barkley with the New York Giants big time. Because if he really left us for $1 million a year or less, yeah, that's not going to look good. And I understand $1 million is a lot of money, but it's not that much considering what he's already made.
Yeah.
So it's not the, oh my God, I have to go to these guys because they only offered me $1 million. He's offered me $2 million. It's more like we offer 12, they offer 13. Like he's rich either way. Stop.
Correct.
Stop. That just says, I didn't want to be a Giant my whole life. That's what it says to me. And if that's what it is, like I said, Giant fans are going to react. We are nothing if not opinionated. We are.
To say the least. I mean, let's bring it down to I guess average American households, right? If you're making $60,000 a year and you get a job offer at 65, but you're going to have to lose out on endorsements, commissions, lose out on other things, possibility to go make $65,000 as your base salary. Like, was it worth the move? You might have to commute more. Really is it worth leaving your job for $5,000 a year?
Yeah, I mean, well, other things may be involved, and that's where I think probably is where we're actually at. But money-wise, it's going to be there, and he's not going to look good. I think, guys, he's really not going to look good. But what I'm really hoping to talk about more is the free agents. I want to hear, why did we sign the people we did sign? I want to hear them talking about Jermaine Illuminor. I want to hear them talking about John Runyon Jr. I want to hear them talking about, when they re-sign Isaiah Simmons, which that probably won't happen until next episode, considering how we signed them. But what they could plan on doing with them a little more. They kind of alluded in the first episode, but I want to hear about those things. I want to hear about who else did they consider signing that they couldn't get. Was there any discussions they had that were close to signing somebody else that maybe we don't know about? Like that'd be interesting to hear about as well. That kind of stuff, the stuff that we don't already know. I don't want to repeat the same news we already know. I want new stuff, and I don't think they're going to get again. Giants, I still say it. I'll say it again. Giants control the narrative. They're not going to give us anything they don't want to give us. But maybe there's some information we don't have currently. Like maybe they got talking to a different running back before Singletary at some point. They already kind of alluded to the fact that they were looking at multiple running backs in the first episode. Maybe they're looking at getting a top-tier offensive lineman before they decide to sign multiple mid-tier ones. There's other things they could have been doing at this point. I want to hear about, how did the conversations go with Xavier McKinney, before he went off to the Packers there, because we already know that McKinney gave him a chance to match it. That's been known since the get-go. I want to know, any additional coverage they have on draft visits, not just the combine, but we had players that they brought in for interviews, had out to dinners and stuff like that. I want to hear more about that kind of stuff. I want to hear more about the Brian Burns trade. I want to hear more about how that all went down. It's gonna be interesting couple episodes here.
Thanks for listening to Two Giant Goofballs, a New York Giants podcast. We appreciate your support.
Thanks so much.
Please, I'm begging you. Please,